So what is a slicer? Slicer is nothing but a filter. Okay. So slicer is a visual. Slicer itself a visual. Now we will understand what exactly the slicer and different types of slicers and what are the limitations of slicers. Slicer is an on-canvas filter. This is your report canvas, isn't it? This is what your report canvas. For example, I'm going to click on this slicer here. Look here, you have this slicer here. The filter kind of icon is there, right? That is what your slicer. I just click on the slicer. It got dropped here on the left side. We'll start with simple thing. There are different types of slices are there. One is the text slicer. We'll start with understanding the text slicer. For example, I just dropped the category here. Furniture, office supplies, and technology. And what I do is I create some other visual. I'm going to create a matrix visual and I'm going to create some, sorry, not this one. I just create the donut chart. Then I just use another donut chart. I put it here and here I just select this segment and drop it and then the segment wise storing sales. Okay, I'll use some pie chart also. And here the same thing. What is my category wise profit? So the technology, obviously more sales, hence the sales is more in technology. Obviously, the profit is also more, right? Ideally, we can compare these two things. This is the sales breakdown by category, profit breakdown by category, and this is your other chart. And you can see that more revenue we generated from technology. Obviously, the profit also more. But ironically, when you see here, when it comes to furniture, more the revenue, the second highest revenue contributor was the furniture, but the profit is less compared to this one. Though the revenue generation by office supplies category is less, but the profit is more in the case of office supplies. Whereas in the furniture category, the profit. So likewise, right, we create a chart. And for example, if I select furniture, right? So all the visuals get affected. So all the visuals reflects only the furniture related sales. Okay. But here I have used a segment. Okay. And if I want to clear the filter, I just click on the eraser icon here, clear selections. Displays everything here, right? Here the 1 second office supply, all the three are category. Yeah, all three of them are category. Okay, here the segment, I've used the segment column here, sales by segment. And 1 second, segment sales. Yeah, home office, corporate and consumer, but when technology is coming here. Maybe in the data, something wrong with the data here. Should show only the segment. Okay, fine. Anyhow, what I will do is I'm going to create one tree map. Country-wise sales. So when I select the, any specific category here, all the visuals get updated or refreshed, or it will apply the filter, right, based on the value that I select in the filter, right? So the slicer, all the, the visuals in this page will get applied filter with that specific value. For example, if I select technology, what happens, in the technology category, across the country, what is the sales we made? And again, in the technology category alone, what is the sales we made and what is the profit we made? And here, okay, that is what is showing it. Since I've selected technology, in the technology category, in these three segments, how much sales we made. Watch all the visuals, right? And I'm going to change the selection now. If I select office supplies, all the visuals will get affected. Now it shows the office supplies, the office supplies also, we have three segments. Right? It shows across the country what sales we made in office supplies. The slicer is helpful to apply the filters for all the visuals in your page. Okay, based on the selection that you make it, all the visuals in your report page will get affected. So I want to check, what filter, so sorry, yeah. So what filter got applied on each visual? If you select the visual, okay, this is my donut chart. Just above this, you can see the filter icon. If you hover the cursor here, what do you mean by hover the cursor? Keep the cursor on top of this. You can see that on this visual, the furniture filter got applied. Similarly, if you go here on this visual, the furniture filter is applied. Okay, you can see that. So this is to clear the selections, you can click on this one. For example, if you want to apply more than one filter, okay, you can select furniture, and then you need to hold the control key and then select another item. Okay, so I wanted to see the performance in these two categories only, furniture and technology. Okay, so the slicer is this is called your slicer. It is also called as a visual. This slicer visual, you can put it on top of your canvas visual itself, right? This is called a report canvas. Okay, it is also called the report canvas. Fine. And with the help of this one, you can make your report more interactive. See, if you don't have a slicer, what will happen? If you don't have a slicer, see here, the entire country displays, right? And if you wanted to see only in the furniture category across the country, what is the performance? So here, with the help of the slicer, the size get changed, right? In a single report page, with the help of the slicer, we are able to make it more interactive. You create this report and share it to your VP self. He doesn't know the technical part of Power BI. You need not to know. His target is, his task is he has to bring more business to the, company. Okay, that's all. Okay, but for him, if you don't share this, if you don't have the slicer, right? So in that case, what will happen? In the past, what we do is we share, all the categories. If I unselect, what is that? So all the three categories, how much total sales we made in each country. Let's assume that this is not there. So what we do, we share this report. When they see that, so they want to see, hey, give me the sales breakdown and profit breakdown by furniture category. For that, you need to create another report. And if you ask another question, office supplies, I want to see the breakdown of sales across the country, across the category, right? So what is the profitability and the sales, right? Office supplies, I want to see another report. Likewise, you need to create n number of reports. With the help of the slicer, with a single report page itself, we can enable your report users to, explore that, data in a more interactive way. Hence, Power BI is called as an interactive reporting. With the Power BI, you can create interactive report, importantly, with the help of the slicer. So I'm going to create another slicer. You can create more than one slicer also. I just resize it. So we are seeing the text slicer. This is also a text slicer because we put the text values here, right? And it's called text slicer. And here what I do is I just go and select some year, okay? And I just drop the year column here. So when you see, the moment when I drop the year is a numeric value, but it shows something like a slider, okay? And if they move this circle towards the right side, the values get changed. In 2012, between 2012 to 2014, in all the three categories, how much sales we made. Okay. So more the slicers, you can apply more filters. Look here, I just sorry, I just do it one more time, and I just select the furniture category alone. Okay, and then if I hover the cursor, and then if I give look here, all the visuals are got affected by the furniture category, and here is greater than or equal to 2012. Right, so these two filters got applied on all the visuals in this entire report page. Okay. And okay, for the time being, I just remove this one. Simply select this one, press delete key. It has gone. So this is called text slicer, and here you have the. If you want to clear the thing, right, you can do it. But if you want to select more than one item, you need to hold the control key, and then only you can do multi-selection. Okay. So, but here you have some option. Go to the format visual, and you need to select this slicer, and then go to the format format visual, and here the slicer settings, and here you have vertical list. What you are seeing, the default is vertical list in the case of text slicer. And you can also use style here, something like this. You can resize it. Okay, you can resize the like a button kind of thing you can give. Okay, it looks like a button, right? You can give that one also. Either you can use a tile or the vertical list, or you can use a drop down. Drop down is very space efficient. Look here, your slicer size is very small. You can click on the drop down here. You can see all the three categories, especially if you have more number of categories. Drop down style is really helpful. Okay, it saves a lot of space. Look here, office supplies, and then you can click on the eraser kind of icon so that it will get clear all the things. So here you have three different style in the case of text slicer. So vertical list is the default one, and then the selection. Look here, when you expand, so you can single select. Single select is on off here. Multi select with control key. If I wanted to select more than one item, I have to hold the control key. That's a painful thing, right? So I'm going to toggle this to off. Ideally, Microsoft, what they could have done, they should have made it default instead of holding the control key, right? Who prefers control key and holding the control key and selecting multiple things, right? This is a nonsense thing. Ideally, they should have made this one off by default. Anyhow, now look here, I'm not holding my control key. Simply, I just click on, I can do multi-selection, right? Without holding the control key, okay? And if I don't want this one, I can, I can unselect it. And if I want to, I can select it. Multi-selection you can do without holding the control key. So because I toggle this to off, okay? And then we have another option called select all, okay? And when I toggle this to on, what will happen is select all. An additional option called select all will come into picture. For example, in this case, we have three categories. We can go and manually select everything, okay? For example, I just selected only one category, furniture. The filter got applied on all the visuals in this page, for the furniture thing, right? And if I select, let's say I'm going to select technology, and so I have painful, right? I find it a little bit difficult. I want to select everything, okay? Click on select all. This is the option here. The select all is really helpful when you have more number of categories. For example, I just create another slicer here. Here I put the country column here. So I want to see the Afghanistan, Argentina, everything. Okay, I just want to check it everything here. Okay, and here I just checked it, and and if I include the select all feature here, selections, if I use select all, right? So I just want to check in Afghanistan, Algeria, and Australia how much says. Okay, good. So now I want to select all the countries put together. What I say, select, select the selector. So they check on this one. Okay, it selects everything instead of selecting everything manually, right? It takes a painful. It takes a lot of time. It's a painful thing. Hence, you can use the select all. You can enable the select all so that we can make your report more user friendly. Okay. So I'm going to delete this now, and we will explore what other format options are available. Slicer header, okay, slicer settings, and yeah, so the values, we can specify the values here. And other thing is, with the latest version, what you can do is you can include more than one column also here. Okay, for example, I just drag and drop this segment into this thing. Now in your slicer, you have two columns. You can see the next to the furniture, you have the drop down. When you click on it, it will get expanded. Each category, we have four. Oh, technology is another segment, right? Okay, that's why technology was displayed. Okay. So in each category, four segments are there, right? So you can expand it. For example, if you select a furniture, and in the furniture corporate alone, if you want to see, that is also good. So you can add more than one column in your slicer. In the older version, this is not available. You need to remember this one because you are going to tell that you are 3 years experience, 3+ years experience, guys. You need to know the older version feature also. So and just above this visual, right, you can see the more options. If you click on, you can see the search and export remove. See, let's say instead of category, you have the country value here, right? Many countries are there. You want to you find it difficult, right? So to find it where United States, you need to scroll down. Simply type United States, you can find it here. Okay, what I will do is I'll just remove the category here. I'll just select the country here. So I want to check United States. I don't have patience to see, United States. Simply I type it. You have the search options also available. Okay. For that, you need to click on the three dot. These three dots are called ellipses. Ellipses. Okay. When you click on these ellipses, you can see search various export data. You can export an Excel file. If you want to display it as a table, you can see the table also. You can go back to report, click on this, and you can see that you can remove this in a spotlight. When you click on the spotlight, only this one will be visible. It got embossed, right? The rest of them got dimmed. Okay, and I just disable this one. And then sort axis, you can sort ascending and descending. These are the options are available as part of the text slicer. Now what I'll do is I'm going to create another slicer. This slicer, in this slicer, I'm going to use the year. Year is a numeric value. When it comes to numeric, what will happen is it uses some kind of slider here, okay? And I just go to the format, your visual and slicer settings. So here, unlike the text, right, you have more styles are available. But you remember all type of slicers, these three are common: vertical, list, tile, and drop down. But apart from these three, besides these three, you have between, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, because it's a numerical data. So the default one is between. The default one is between for numerical slicer. Remember this, in the interview they'll ask you. And less than or equal to, you can use less than or equal to also. In that case, what will happen is this one got disabled. If you say, the highest value, that is enough, right? Less than or equal to 2014. You don't have to specify the starting year, right? So if you specify only the maximum value here, maximum year or maximum value here, what will happen is, so less than or equal to. So this value and less than or equal to will get displayed. Okay. And apart from this, we have another style and greater than or equal to. In that case, this one will get disabled and this one. So that means 2011 and above, or that means 2012 and above. Okay, these are the options are available in the numeric slicer. The default one is between. So with this slider, right, you can slide the circle left side and right side so that you can select any specific values in the numeric thing. Okay. So this is called numeric slicer. And here, rest of them are same. Okay. The options here between all things and the header values, right? Rest of them are same. Okay. And here the slider is on. Okay. If you don't want this slider, you can toggle this to off. You can manually go and type it, but better you can enable the slider. Okay. And general, rest of them are same here, not much. Okay. And the next type of slicer is date slicer. Okay. I just click on the another slicer and see, this is the year, right? Year. And let us use something like order date or something like that. Even in the case of order date, the default one is the slider, the between option. I just click on this one, slider settings. If you go here, you have more number of options here compared to your numerical slicer, right? So the vertical list, tile, and between these, sorry, vertical list, tile, and drop down, these are common for all these slicer. But when it comes to numerical slicer, So apart from these three, you have another, you have additional options. And here between is the default one for both numerical as a date slicer. And before, when you select before, what happens? This is something like, less than or equal to. Before is less than or equal to, and after is greater than or equal to. Okay, and next one is your drop down. We have already seen it, and the relative date. Relative date, here, this is an interview question. They'll ask you what is the relative date in the slicer. So here you can see you have options like last next to this. Last one, you can select year. Last 1 year, last 1 week, last 1 month. So last 1 year, if you select it according to display, okay? And last, let's 10 years. It will show something like that, right? So last 10 years, next 10 years, next 10 years, I don't have the data, okay? And, this 10 years or this 1 year or this 1 week, okay? This is called relative date, and similarly, you have the relative time. Sometimes, you want to track with time. Last next to this, last 10 hours, 10 hours, 10 minutes, minutes and hours is available, and seconds are not available. Okay, last 10 minutes or last 5 minutes, minutes, hours. So in the interview, they may ask what is relative date and relative time. You need to tell them in the date slicer. We have different options are available as per the slicer settings, and we have the relative time, and the relative date is available. With the relative date time, you have the flexibility to view the, apply the filter for the last, next and this. Okay, so these are the options are available. That's all, guys. Okay. The default one is between. Okay, so now we have explored what is numerical slicer, text slicer, and date slicer. That's all, guys. Okay. And responsible resizable slicer, responsive resizable slicer, they have another term. I just clicked on the slicer. For example, I'm going to drop the country column here. And what I do is I go to the slicer settings in the format visual. Here I'm going to select tile. Okay, it looks like a button. I just expand this. I just resize it. Only one line will be there. I just move this here, and I will resize it. You have the country, this is a text slicer, right? But the text slicer, we have tile, so then it is called responsive resize. Here you can resize it, you can minimize it, all the things you can do it, okay? So your button, something like this, you can just, reduce it. You have the scroll, arrow, right? Scroll, you can scroll it. If you click on it, it will go, and even the left scroller get expanded as you have more categories are there, it will get expanded. For example, I can select Barbados and Afghanistan, right? So this is for these two countries. What is the performance? You can see it just above this, the eraser. You can click on it. This is called responsive resizable slicer, numeric slicer, date slicer, text slicer. These are the three, four different things we have explored. So slicer is an on-canvas visual filter. With slicer, we can make our report more dynamic. The limitation, there is no support for drill down in the Power BI report. The drill down, drill up, that icons are not enabled. Does not provide support for input fields. You cannot enter the values in that slicer. Like you remember in the column for examples, column from examples in Power BI, we can enter the data, right? But you cannot enter the data in your slicer. There is no provision for pinning a slicer to a dashboard. This I will explain you when I cover the Power BI cloud service. That time I will show you what is dashboard, all things. You cannot use visual level filters in slices of Power BI. What do you mean by visual level filter? For example, I want to select this visual. Whatever the value that I am selecting, that one should get applied to this visual only. Specific visual only, I want to apply the filter using my slicer. That is not available. That feature is not available. These are the limitations. And types of text slicer, numeric range slicer, related date slicer, time slicer, responsive resizable, right? This is tile and hierarchical slices. You can drag and drop more than one column in a slicer. That is what called as hierarchical slicer. That is what we have said. Okay. Next one is the filters in Power BI. Filters in Power BI. So you can use the slicer to apply the filter on your visuals. what I do is I just duplicate this one. I'm going to remove all these slicers now. Okay, I'm going to remove all the slicers. And you can see something called filters here, right? You can see something on this one we did not explore so far. You can click on this icon here. It'll get expanded. And here you can see in the filter pane, you can see there are two types as of now. Filters on this page, filters on all pages. You can use this filters pane to apply the filters for the entire page here. And also you can apply the filter across the pages. And also using the filters, you can apply the filter only to a specific visual. You can apply a filter to a specific visual for all the visuals in the report, see in the entire page of the visual. Across the page also, you can apply the filters. That is what the interview, they'll ask you these questions. Okay, what is filter? What is the difference between filter and slicer? Okay, but the filter is more for technical people. Okay, and here what I will do is I will drag and drop some column here. Okay, for example, I just drag and drop the category column here. Okay, and here the moment when I drag and dropped it, I can see that all the categories that are available as part of this column got displayed. And if I select furniture, all the visuals in this entire report page got affected, right? Got refreshed with furniture related data. And furniture, if I say technology, so furniture and technology put together, all the visuals will get affected, or all the visuals get refreshed with the data related to furniture and technology. Okay. And if you want to clear this filter, you can click on this eraser icon. And again, you can see something like filter type. You have basic filtering and you have advanced filtering. And then, yeah, you can select the advanced filtering. And here you can, specify contains. You have some contains is not so. So let's, contains something like text value. Okay. Technology. Or, I say contains technology. Okay. Okay, I just, so contains technology, sorry, or contains the office, what is it, the furniture, okay, one liner, okay, furniture. And then you need to click on the apply filter. So what it does is apply the filter. So I have used the category column. In the category column, technology, when you find technology or furniture, that you apply the filter for the entire page. Look here, technology and, for the technology only, right? Okay. Yeah, technology or furniture. Okay, both put together. Here you can see that United States, and here you can see technology. Yeah, technology or category. Okay, that is what is. So now let me just select this one. Okay, I just okay. What I will do is I'll just select and here the category contains technology and furniture. If I apply this, nothing is coming here. Okay, one second. We'll use or here. Okay, this is your advanced filter. You can, the like the programming how we write, right? If the category column contains technology or furniture, you display that. In this case, I've used the technology first, since it is displaying the technology here, right? And here you can exclude something like, okay, does not contain technology. Apply filter. So except technology, furniture and office supplies only, we can see that, right? That is what we can see it here. And I'm going to clear this one. Fine. So now, okay, add data fields here. I just drop the sales column here. Now, with the data sales column, you can see that here advanced filtering is less than or greater. When it comes to numerical, less than or greater than or inequality, right? If the sales is less than 1,000, you can type 1,000 or 10,000, something like that. You can do something like that. Okay, you can add multiple columns as a filtering condition here. Okay, filters on this page. The basic filtering, just simple one. And single selection requires single, at a time, you can select only one. Something like single selection. See, look here, you cannot do multiple selection, okay? So that is the one it shows. And here the add data fields here, all pages. Okay, all the data fields here. Okay, let me do one thing. Yeah, you can add no, likewise, you can add as many columns as possible here, okay? And advanced filtering is less than or equal to greater than basic filtering. All the of less than or equal to greater than or equal to all the kind of filtering you can apply it here, okay? So in addition to the category, you see category display technology category, but in that, more than 10,000 sales we achieved, show me only that one, right? That filter will get applied here. Then look here, there are three types of filter. One is the filters on the page, entire page will get applied with the filter. Filters on all pages, across the pages filter. Visual level filter. For example, when I click on a specific visual here, additional option will get displayed. Now you need to look at this side only, see what is happening. If I click on this, look here, there is something called filters on this visual. You can apply a filter to a specific visual also. So here the category is there here. I'm going to select only furniture. Okay, furniture only, and technology and furniture alone I want to set. I can see furniture and technology. This filter got affected only on this visual. Rest of them, it did not apply the filter. So filters on a specific visual, that is possible here. Okay, basic filtering in the same thing. Okay, here basic filtering and top hand. When it comes to filters on a visual, you have top end. You want to see the top 10, something like that, right? So in that case, this is real. For example, if I want to, let me do one thing. I just unselect it. I just remove this. I just select the country thing. This slicer has country, everything, right? So here, I just select let's all the country. I selected it, fine. Okay, and then what I do is sorry, and then what I do is I'm going to select the top end. So top 10 country alone you display it. For that, by sales. Top 10 country by sales or profit, right? You need to select the appropriate thing, the total sales. Now apply the filter. So top 10 countries by sales. If you want to see the profit, you drag and drop the profit here. So top 10 country by profit, you can apply it. Look here. So only 10 countries got displayed. 3, 4, 6 plus 4, 10. Top 10. And similarly, bottom 10 is also there. You see that bottom 10. Apply the filter. Make sure that you are clicking on the apply filter. So bottom, these countries we are not doing good. Worst countries. Okay. And the top 10, bottom 10. So this number you can change it. N means any number you can use it. Top 10, top 5, top 100, top 50. You can select everything. Okay. So only in the filters on this visual, you have the top N option is available. Okay. I'm just clearing it. So there are three types of filters. The interview will ask you filters on a visual, filters on the entire page, filters across the page. And what is the difference between slicer and filter? Slicer is an on-canvas filter. You can keep the slicer on top of your report canvas here itself, but the filter is not available on top, on top of your report page, right? This is for more for technical for developers, okay? And the slicer is more user friendly. And we discussed about the different types of filters, slicers, and also we have explored various slicer settings in each type of filters, right? And the limitations also we discussed. Okay. Well, the only limitation is you cannot apply a filter or apply a filter to a specific visual using slicer. Whereas in the filters, you can apply a filter to a specific visual or all the visuals in your entire report page or across the page. That is also possible with the filters. So now you understood what is slicer and filter. What is the difference between these two? Okay. So visual level filter, page level filter, all pages. You need to tell, in a pretty fast manner, okay? That's all, guys. I don't want to continue further. You will get bored or sleepy. Okay, and already I could see that few of them they mentioned. It's already 11:10. We will continue the session in the upcoming weekend. This Monday, I will check with you all. Okay. And if most of them are busy due to week day, right? So better we'll continue the upcoming Saturday and Sunday. So 1 day break will not affect the schedule. Okay. So next weekend, the plan is next Saturday, we will complete all the visualization part, and Saturday, okay, and Sunday, we will continue with the DAX, okay. In the meanwhile, complete all the assignment. I could see that 50% of you completed. It's very good. And only the remaining 50% you have not yet completed. Please complete, everything without fail, all the